Hello, guys, and welcome to Sunday night. I told you guys earlier, if you joined me for my morning astrology, that I was going to be jumping on tonight at about 9 o'clock. And look at it. It's about that time. It's about 9 o'clock. I did some major cleaning today, just kind of recycling some of all that crazy energy. We talked this morning about being careful with depression and self-destructive behavior and that fire of the Aries moon and pushing it. And, we are seeing some Hollywood celebrities passing. Guys, it is that time of year. I mean, we don't like to call it the culling season, but also just some interesting conversations happening, right? Hi, Dolly. Hi, Pepper. Hi, Ruth. Wherever you guys are joining me from, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, YouTube on the four different channels now that we're on. Thank you so much. And be sure to share and like and tag a friend that might want a free card reading tonight. So I'm doing my card reading, but I also wanted to share with you guys. Hold on. No, I like that. It's the Black Pearl, a medium roast coffee from Brazil, from our local rotisserie that like, I guess they're not local, they're not from Brazil, but they ship the coffee beans and I roast them. Anyway, so hi, you guys. I have a deck tonight that I don't have the cover for. It's behind me. It's over there. I can grab it and I can take a picture of it. But they are like Ascension cards, Ascension Wisdom cards. They're Oracle cards. So it's very different than divination with cartomancy and a tarot, where you're using 22, you're using the major and minor. You have a whole set where the deck is set into numerology and the four alchemy, earth, water, air, fire, and it all means something. Whereas oracle cards, man, there can be 7 cards in a deck. There can be 77 cards in a deck. They can be colors and they can be words. They can be whatever you want them to be. So in that sense, this is very, very different in the kind of very unique one word, very specific, a little bit more of that psychic intuition where you're getting a little bit more of when you're doing an oracle deck, you're using quite honestly your ability to be creative and interpretive and this makes me think of this and this is what the stories I go to and what things I start conjuring as this card inspires me to gather information from the divine. Very different than specific yang energy from the universe that's been there for centuries based on the cards. Hi Curtis, hi Lisa, hi Angie. So very quickly, again, you guys, so I do have some spell jars. Now they're going up on my website tonight, and I want to give each and every one of you that join me on these live streams the opportunity to reach out to me first. Then that way it saves me the effort of uploading it on my website, all of that jazz. Even though I know it's, anything we make digital now it's always been taxed, by the way, if you're doing a business, which you should be, right? But anyway, I digress. We have different spell jars, and I know sometimes people are asking me, what does that mean? What are they like? What does that entail? And can you spend a little bit of time describing them? So I wanted to do that tonight really, really quickly. And then as far as how much they cost, it kind of depends on what is in them. So I like to make it based on like a donation or your budget. If you're telling me that you have a specific thing that you want, I will go out in search of it as a good witch should. Sometimes people provide their own pieces of foraged items. Obviously, if I am doing it, it's already something that is in some cases wax sealed. We say it's a wax sealed spell. It is a spell in itself. You're gathering that item as it's an ingredient for something you might be using in your own practice. Maybe an altar item, maybe a gift, maybe something for yourself to inspire. But spell jars that aren't waxed yet, meaning that they're not sealed. So they're not sealed yet. They're still able to be altered, and kind of like the new Spider-Man. It's like they've been partly conjured with certain energies of last year and then sealed this year, which is nice. So I'm going to give you an idea of what some of these look like. Firstly, I kind of will ask, What is it that your intention is for a spell, right? What is it that you're looking for? Oftentimes, this is really something for you to be inspired to engage in a certain intention, thought, action, invocation of your own, a resolution or goal that you already have in place. So, this is just a supportive piece. One of these, for example, this is a larger one. This is not sealed yet. It doesn't have a wax seal on it. It's not been glued. Now, this has snake skin from a very specific snake. You would get information on that, so you would have an idea of what you were called to. This has a leg of a grasshopper, which is very specific, and I include why that is. And in here is text cut out that says spines for your defense. And then it says one more thing, which I will share with you. It says better judgment. This is a very powerful piece, already has pieces in here, already fitting the musical work, lore, feminine, snake, transformation, all sorts of things about how to maneuver and navigate with information of the universe. Something like this, the snake skin, it's a pretty rare snake, but not super rare. I'm lucky that I have someone who works in exotic snakes and can send me things like this that I can get a hold of, which is nice. And then the grasshopper leg foraged by myself, it's gonna, it's just beautiful. They're really cool to look at. Depending on what you would want to add to this spell, specific names or things that I would be writing or stuffing in here, and then wax sealing it with a color or purpose, and then sending it to you in a little box with some casparilla powder and the pieces of information that are handwritten. They're about $40. I mean, shipping is $6 to $8, so it ends up being like $50. It's something that it's a unique piece, and the quality of what it is you want to be in it is entirely up to you. So let me kind of show you a few other things. Mind you, a lot of it is entomology, a lot of bugs, a lot of creatures, a lot of taxidermy, a lot of bones, a lot of foraged items from nature. Very indigenous, Romany, nomadic, cryptic with what it is you get from Mother Nature herself. Okay. Um, Rebirth, this one has a June bug in it, and it is also unsealed, meaning it is ready to be included with other things that somebody would want to put in here. The June bug, gosh, I really start going into kind of Egyptian scarab type things with that. Rebirth and the idea of the cocoon. How does one unleash its power, says Dolly. So the idea of a spell, you have your yin and your yang, your how you're going to work it, what its intentions are, how you feel about it, so what feelings it inspires, sensuality, your thoughts, the senses, how it's working in the introspective part, the intuitive part, uh, the creative part, what it's kind of swirling in your brain and in your heart. Then you decide where it is you're going to place it. It could be somewhere that people see it. It could be somewhere hidden, depending on what kind of spell that you're wanting it to be, right? If it's something you give to someone else, you're going to be anchored to them. They're going to have that. They're going to always think of you when you gift it, and vice versa. You will have this connection with them. That's kind of how a curse or a hex goes as well. If you're binding someone, you're anchoring them to you in a sense. If it's something you keep and put out, and you just are putting it out as like an altar piece or a decorative space, you're putting it near a statue or near a candle or near something that you're going to keep. It could be inspiring. It can be something that people go, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" Or something that you walk past and see. So it instills that thought and triggers that thought every time you're walking past it. And it's a visual that someone asks you, "What did you do?" And then you look and you have a story about it. Um, or it can be something that is like in that biodegradable sense that you are burying, that you're keeping, that is unseen, that you have it to kind of hoard it. You have it because it goes in your curiosity cabinet of understanding that energies are kept, and that this is my energy to you, and that it then is something that you look at on your own and touch and feel and know is in your possession, and you keep it. and all of those different parts of the spectrum of a spell. And of course, how you would want to use it would be something that you talk about with me whenever you message me and say, hey, I really like that one. I got to have it. And this is what I want it for. And you can be vague or you can be specific. And then, of course, use it to your own liking when you receive the item. Maybe I should be collecting bugs while on my rock hounding travels. Yes, you should. I'm horrible on my road trips when I go to the gas station and I'm walking past all the trucks. I always want to reach in and grab them. It's so weird. Anyway, um, one that is more organic, meaning that it doesn't have a plastic or a metal lid. The plastic and metal lids, I'll be honest, sometimes are more for the entomology, taxidermy, creatures, bugs, things where I've got fungus and mushrooms and other things that I do want it to be sterile, or I do have liquid specimens too, and those are a little bit more difficult to ship, but I have a lot of those bottles on hand and they're a little bit bigger, so they fit. The mouth is a little bit bigger, so they fit bigger specimens. The cork's a little bit harder to find, but however, the corks are a little bit more beautiful. They're that aesthetic. I mean, come on, let's be honest. So a corked one, and these are uncorked, meaning it's not sealed yet. I'm still able to take this out and add what we want to it. Ah! Don't let the genie out. There's no genie in there. This has money cut up in it, and it has text in it for certain things. It has lavender, it has mugwort, it has it has lavender, it has mugwort, it has casparilla, it has money, and it has a little bit of a fern leaf, and it says new relationship, but this is uncorked, meaning so this is unwaxed, unsealed, so I can still put your initials, I can put additional items in here, things that people would put in. And how do you feed a spell jar to keep the spell fresh and going? Feeding, meaning really it's just your own thoughts. It's just your own mental ability to remember it. Like if you look at it and go, shit, I can't remember what this is. That's why things like having the text in them is nice, because sometimes you're like, I can't remember what that stone is. You take all the price tags off and the labels off and you're like, shit, I don't know if this is honey calcite or an orange agate. Can't remember over time. Keeping it fresh, it's as fresh as your memory. It's as fresh as your thought. Kind of wild, huh? Now I'm going to show you some of these are very special and sentimental to me, meaning that I want you to be willing to, Dolly, I have ashes that go in some of them. Some of my darker ones, which I'll tell you, I hate to sell them because they're quite beautiful, but they have gold glitter and black ash and black salt and snake skins and rusty nails and things like that. Ooh. But some of them are quite beautiful in that they're just very simple. They have like one wing. Sometimes people will say, I need something, I'm an air witch, and I will put like music lyrics or sheet music in here. This is a jar that's meant to be mostly air, and it just has a single intact wing. And then you inscribe a sigil on the outside and you seal it. And it's what wing, what creature, I would tell you in your jar when you receive it. But you would let me know, like, I need a wing. I need something. I have butterfly wings, I have moth wings, I have full moths, I have all sorts of neat things. And then you just say, hey, I have 60, 70, 80 bucks or whatever, and I need this. For mojo bags, these are fantastic for keeping in or on you in your car for protection spells. Now, someone had asked, what does a sealed one look like? So I did bring some of those. Already sealed, meaning I did these on a particular moon. I did these with a particular person or thought in mind already. This one I love. It's a moth. Almost every night. And it has a particular space on the back of it, which I always find interesting when doing divination with bibliomancy or a book. You're cutting out or circling the text, and then on the back, it's like, ooh, that's relative. And it usually ends up being some kind of cool synchronicity. But they are already sealed, so they are wax sealed. They have got a little bit of glue adhesive before they go in as well, just to make sure that your specimen isn't gonna get crazy. This is a particular moth. Again, I would tell you what kind it is. If any of you are good, you know this is already kind of a toxic one. They're beautiful to look at, but it's a lantern moth. So I don't kill these, but when I find them or catch them, and I do put traps out for these, they're an invasive species. So this is a particular spell that's like, gosh, I'm really struggling with nightmares or night terrors or old hag syndrome, and I need something for that. Do you have something for that? I go to my spell um, area. I've got a whole bunch of little windowsills full, and I say, yes, something particularly for that for you. It's already sealed. I already have the moon. I already know the time frame. I already have the information about it. Some of the bigger ones that are sealed that I have from certain moons. And some of these I just like, I like the way the wax falls. I think they're beautiful. This one was Evolution. It's got some really beautiful moths in it. It also has some of that money dangled up into it. This is specific to finance and being able to overcome certain investment issues, people doing a lot of money spells lately. So I have a lot of money jars going out. So if you're just wondering what those look like, what's sealed and unsealed, how you can personalize them, and you can, don't be afraid to ask. I've got frogs, toads, mice, creatures, snakes, hedgehogs, birds, wings, feathers, all sorts of things, beaks, bones, runes, bells, metal, old buttons, old Civil War relics, old creepy cool knobs and eyeballs and skeleton keys. You name it. That's what a witch's hoard is supposed to have. That way, if you reach out and tell me that you need something, I got you. Lizard tails, wing of bat, I got you. So you should save the whiskers and toenails, like your children's teeth, all of those. So if you guys, and this is just really because I'm looking to clear my hoard for the new year and also saving up some money. Always looking to go visit my dad and help out in that respect where I can, trying to get my stepmom into a facility that can meet her needs and help my dad who is on the donor list, and just like me always wanting to go visit and help however I can. And I need to not hoard things. I need to be constantly keeping that momentum and energy moving. So if there's something you need, I guess I don't share enough that, of course, I do spells. What do those look like? They can be tangible. They can include string. They can include um, all sorts of cool things. One night maybe we'll make a spell together, and I'll show you what they can even look like and all of that. Do I ever put them on a lanyard or create necklaces or keychains? Ooh, yes, I do. And in fact, let me share with you really quickly, guys, just because I should. Some of my spell jars, like going out, some of them, that one's going out and sealed already. Some of these are ones that are already going out, but like, for example, give you a little bit of a range. Someone had said, hey, I have this much money, this is what I want, and it's a gift, and I'm struggling with this, and it's for family. And they really needed something specific. And so we already have the spell jar in there. Oh, well, hell, that's going to be all right. The spell jar in there. These are some agates and tiger's eye. There is a necklace. There is an arrowhead and a candle and a creepy crawly and a lid. So this comes in its own altar jar, and it sets that way. You can have it, and when you're done using all of your stuff for your spell, you can also keep your jewelry in it. So if you want something that is going to be an altar item and a gift, we can do that. I love to personalize things. You just kind of let me know, again, what your budget and what your needs are, and we will make it happen. Because of the air magic lately, I have had an overwhelming bell collection, little bells, troll bells, things that you can use when you're doing just clearing the air. I know a lot of people do saging and sweetgrass and all of these things, and that's great, and you can do that, but you can also do like the song bowls or the singing bowls. You can have bells, and so I have a whole collection of bells that I got the other day, and some of them are so cool. They're just like little old cool bells. And then I have a lot of jewelry that ends up getting made from a local stone person that I work with, or pieces like this. Like this is a plant piece for an earth magic spell where you want the anchor item on your, like next to your Hathor statue, but then you want something that you can wear to adorn with it. And so it comes with a necklace. And a lot of times people will want that. They'll say, hey, can I have a spell that includes a piece of jewelry or a spell that includes a piece of art or whatever? It's very much open to your interpretation, which I know makes it difficult to advertise for that reason, but it's meant to be commissioned, it's meant to be spiritual, it's meant to be personal. And a lot of times it's people coming to me with an issue, and we sit and we talk about it and we say, okay, this is what I think would be a good fit. And then it's about the belief system that goes into it, certain stones and items, and maybe it comes with a deck. I've got some pieces going out tomorrow to the post office that include a deck, or books where I've gone through the old book and I've circled things as a spell for you. If you want something specific or if you want something vague, we will make it happen. So you just let me know, as Valentine's Day is right around the corner and New Year's is still upon us just in this first week or so. The 11th, 1112022, people are saying it's a portal. It may or may not be a portal. But if you feel like you need an extra spell or something sent your way, let me know. We can do it. I also do a lot of witchy shopping, witch shopping for people, where they will say, hey, I've got $60 and I want you to find me something cool, something made of stone, something that's like, I don't know, I like owls. And I'll go out and I'll find something for $40 and send them, money back. Or I'll message and say, hey, I found this and do you want something extra? And they'll say, yeah, go ahead, take it all and then find what you can. And I'll just make a whole box of cool owl shit that I find and just neat things that come my way that day. And then you date it and write down the information you learn. For me, it becomes an adventure and it becomes a learning experience, a way to grow my own mind and to reach out and do spell work and help recycle cool shit. And I love it. It's so much fun. So if you guys are ever interested in those things, those are just some of the services you'll find on paranormalsarah.com. If you're wondering what some of those little tabs on the services and shop are, spells, spell jars, curio boxes, things like that, that's what those look like. So without further ado, let the Gregorian calendar, does it really sync? How do you, what? Does it really sync? Meaning the calendar? My son is taking care of his dying granddad in Missouri. Can you whip up something to send him? Absolutely. Ooh, yes, and that is very close to my heart. So absolutely, Dolly. Absolutely. I love bargain hunting for witchy stuff. Man, I find the coolest stuff. It's kind of like the lottery numbers, not being able to get the lottery numbers for yourself. Um, it's important to be able to kind of see what cool spirit comes to you when you go shopping when it's for someone else. You find the coolest stuff. Um, the dates. So yeah. Um, I mean, the dates are like depending on when I'm shopping for you, or like the dates of like a particular like if I did a spell, if I did a spell on the Leo new moon, I would put that. Um, but I mean, as far as like the difference between like the Julian calendar or like the 306, I mean, I am using 364 and a half days. Um, so I think that's what you mean. Um, I'm not sure of the question, but I hope that answers that. To the website, that is. Yes. Um, Let me put that in there for you guys. And if you have specific questions, you can message me at the paranormal Sarah at gmail.com. And if you do work with PayPal, um, you can check those links in the chat room there for all of you guys asking me. So, there you go. I don't do enough shameless plugging, do I? I've got these oracle cards ready, you guys, for anybody who is ready for a free reading. Let me know, and I will pull a card for you. Let me know, let me know, let me know. I need your permission. It's like a vampire. The haunted dolls that you had on the site looked fat. Oh, I've got 4 haunted dolls right now. My husband would love it if you buy them. Right, Brandon? Take the dolls and my children. I've got one. She's right there. Should I grab her? She's freaky. She'll move while we're talking. Ooh, I should grab her. Hold on. Stay right there. Yeah, this one's cool. This girl. Whoa. Please be careful with her, Sarah. I will. She's antique. Like a special antique. You with us? Got it, girl? There she is. You're beautiful. Yes, you are. She's got teeth, these beautiful eyes, and I believe it's real hair, which is pretty crazy. And a silk dress. I love because I'm going to go ahead and touch your hands because, oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. I went to go touch his hand and the head moved, but it just so happened to be the exact timing. Oh my God. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Don't do this to me, girl. Okay, I'm just going to leave you be. Oh, God, that my heart jumped. Okay, just stay there. Oh my God. Oof. Just stay there. Oof. Okay, sorry. We're not kidding with this one either. I'm not kidding with you. She's real. Uh Jesus. This is the one that my kids say moves all the time in front of them. I don't know if I could ever get rid of you. I guess I would if I had to. That's how I feel about my things, though. They're so sentimental. And I feel like she's going to turn her head and look at me right now. Do you see her? She's fantastic. Okay, hold on. We're going to move you a little bit so you can see her. Oh, no, she's not going to. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to. It's fine. You're fine. You don't need the camera on you. Anyway, here we are. I've got my cards. Okay, sorry. Here we are. Who would like a card from the Oracle deck that I have? What do you think? What card should they get? Psst. Oh, you have to sit closer to me? Is that it for to be in camera? There. There. Okay. You're good. There we go. Okay, may I have one? Thank you. Jessica. Jessica Bill Pepper. Jessica. Music and harmony. Oh, I love the fiddle. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, look at that. They're playing all sorts of ukuleleles. Ooh, look at the girls. There's 2 girls, red-haired. Harmony. This is a sister vibe. This is a family vibe. This is a genetic, spirit vibe. Very powerful. Bill. The rainbow. I get a sense of pets, the rainbow bridge, people that have passed on, um, Somewhere over the rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow. Very Wizard of Oz. Very Hawaii, right? Pink Floyd. All the things. Pepper. Pepper. Childhood. Innocence. The return to innocence. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. They're fishing. I get like the Mark Twain vibe. Brother and sisters, young, looking up at the sky, out in nature. Gosh, look at that. I love watching the thunder roll in and just being excited as a kid about things. The innocence and nostalgia of what it is to be young and smell that that vibe. Ellie, I see you in there, Ellie. Fire, give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Look at this. This is a beautiful man breathing fire and Gestalt psychology. This is telling me you might be looking at doing something more with your passion, your knowledge, whether it's going back to school or igniting even more of a business. This is that doing something that other people might say, oh, I don't know if you should do that. You should be careful. But this is something that you have to do. It's not a choice, and containing it would even be harmful to self. So kind of continue to do that and go for it. Aries moon today, so be careful. Don't overboard it, okay? You're very welcome. For those of you who I've already pulled, and we're just doing this so quickly, I'm just reading the chat, and I'm not like picking favorites. I'm literally going as I see. So if I've not pulled one for you, give me permission, and I will grab an oracle card for you. Hi, Ruth. Pepper, Dolly, I swear the eyes move, right? Are you moving, girl? Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Tell them. Show them. Oh! I am going back to school for psychology, says Ellie. Yes! Love it. Dig it. That's perfect. I was almost going to say those flames, that Gestalt psychology and seeing something in it and interpretation, helping people navigate their trauma. Digging it. If I could have one, please, says Steph. Yes, Steph. Boom. Ooh. Steph, the lotus flower, unfoldment. The lotus flower, this is beautiful. These are used in medicine a lot. And so I get a sense that there is something that has to happen here of a health, almost like a detox process. There's a cocoon process happening here, Steph, like getting something out of your body, whether it's plucking a tooth or a bad breast implant, or like going back to purity, going back to health through detox, through the opening of natural, holistic, organic healing. The lotus flower is also very hopeful, and it does mean that that will happen, and it will be of light and love and cure. Man, I'm not speaking well tonight through these cards. Must be from the 30s. This doll resembles the Shirley Temple. It is from the early 1930s. I believe it's 1927, but I'm not 100% sure. She is only one of a few, so she's worth a few $100s. And I love her. I mean, her dress is silk and lace, and her hair is real hair, so it's kind of cool. It's sewn in, which is really fun. So I've needed to like curl it and do the whole thing, but I'm kind of scared too. Anyway, ooh, emotionally, Steph, the lotus is, getting rid of people, detoxing, getting rid of people that aren't to be there, or to cleanse them and help them flush out their negativity. Dolly says, okay, I'm ready, Sarah, please. Dolly, here it is. Ooh. Fog veiled. So this is that stellan. This is that Nordic, having a calcite in your hand and being able to see the sunstone and watching the light reflect and refract, reflect and refract through the matter around you. You may not be able to be quite certain navigating where you are going, where the destination is, but knowing who you are, knowing your boat, knowing the water, seeing the horizon, and knowing that you can use different tools to navigate is a real thing. The fog, the veiled space, knowing how things might sound or feel different, but knowing how to use that. It's a trust, it's an intuitive space. It's water in the air, so it's emotional discussions needing to have happened and being aware how to like move that with a bellow or with a wind or with a kind of a thing. Um, a lot of Viking energy from that, a lot of traveling and from point A to point B in conversation, even with people. Very, very powerful card. You're very welcome. Amber, may I get a card? Yes. Winter solstice, the reflection. Oh, I love this. The winter solstice, we just had this on December 21st, a time of reflection where everything is shown back in the snow and the water. This is frozen too, kind of giving everybody that, oh, water does everything. Dolly says, but should I? When the fog lifts, you'll know for certain. But if you must, you do it when you have to. The winter solstice, Amber, is a reflection that things are frozen in time. You get an opportunity to really look at it. If you don't know where you're like, if you don't know what you um, are at or where who you are, you're going to not like it for long because things are paused, like a Zach Morris moment. The winter solstice is that uh, pits of despair. You have to go through it. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to be painless. But like a tattoo, it almost goes numb after a while. And it's so quiet, you can hear things. And only the badass really endure through these times. So you learn a lot about yourself and your ancestors and all the people that came before you. It's a really powerful learning time for introspection. And that's kind of what I think that card is mostly about. Dolly, but should I? I know exactly. It is my question. Jamie, can I have a card? Yes. Ah, interesting. The shaman, ancient healing wisdom. Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at that face, Jamie. That is for you. That is for you. Some really powerful red touches black, red touches yellow. Ancient wisdom from our ancestors. Ooh, I just love it. If you want more information, of course, about these cards and these particular images and paintings, I'll do my best to let you know if you want to message me directly. But this really kind of pulling from ancients and elders and just really, really, you know exactly. You know exactly. I feel like you're just like, yep, that's it. That's exactly what I needed. Ruth, I give permission, Seta. Ah, Gaia. Ruth, look at this. Mother Nature flowing in. It's like the Moana. I thought that that was the best movie, really showing that woman, mountain, curves, volcano, fire, stone, the peacocks, the parrots, the moths, the archetypes, the deer, everything, 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 everything. So much, Jamie, by the way, like plant magic, I think. Paint, power, blood magic too. But Ruth, this is nature. This is tinctures. This is flower magic. This is animal magic. This is nurturing with feminine love, the nest, the eggshell, the calm, the like listening to a rainstorm on a tin roof or the ocean on the beach or watching a sunrise. Gaia and how she nurtures in all the ways and in none of the ways. It's very, very, very powerful. Tomorrow spring term starts, and this is going to be a busy one. Doing my first internship for one of my majors, says Pepper. It's perfect. Very powerful. Thank you for this confirmation. Yes, Jamie, I feel like you're going to be doing some more plant magic journey. You're going to be doing some more cleansing and healing. You're either going to be doing more teaching. You're going to be doing more integration of that into your art. You're going to be doing more psychic tattooing. You're going to be doing more business growth. You're going to be doing more feminine ritual work. Mm, mm-hmm. Yes. Jessica, Tefiti, so powerful. I know, right? I love her. I love all of the beautiful images of Mother Nature. I love the green man. I love Pan. I love the different frequencies of nature and its fickleness, the fern leaves being intergrown, the mushrooms and the fungus. I love how it is illustrated in different cultures, but the woman growing out of the green and the red, like Christmas, I think is beautiful. So I agree. I want to bump her just to see if she moves a little bit there. If I bump her with my elbow, there she moves. She's so saucy and beautiful. Anyway, thank you. You're welcome, Ruth. Thank you so much. I know it's already been 40 minutes, guys, and I try to keep these short. I said it was going to be short and sweet. And we already did the spell jars. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be going live in the morning. It'll be 10 in the morning, give or take, just so that if you guys want to join me for a really quick meditation and use of the astrology, you can. Whatever the day is bringing us, you can. If you guys were interested in one of these spell jars or a piece of jewelry or a haunted doll or something to complete your witchy heart, let me know, and I will be sure to find it for you. And if there's no one else out there who would like an oracle card tonight, then we can go to bed soundly, Shirley. Can we do that, Shirley? She smells really good. I mean, she doesn't smell really like anything. Here, let me hold her. Come here, girl. Oh, you're so beautiful. I know. So like her feet, her legs with those little Isn't she fantastic? Oh, and look, her eyes, they move. So, yes, if you're wondering, she does have the eyes that close when she lays down. Oh, and they work. So when she lays down, they close. Ah. And yeah. So anyway, we like her. We love her. We only have a few of her. And oftentimes these come to me, guys, because people will be at an antique place or a lot of the antiquers around here, and they will be like, Sarah, nobody would buy this. Hell to the no. I actually want to get rid of it, and you can have it. And so what's funny is a lot of times these like get left on my doorstep or mailed to me anonymously, like Uncle Z, John Zaffis. I've asked him like, how did the and sure enough, it's true. People will. They'll start sending you things if you're not careful. So there it is. Um, it happened, didn't it? It did. You got sent to me, and I really enjoy her presence in my office. And when people walk by her, they always get the willies, but they never have anything bad to say about her. So, but I have a doll and I have two other really cool dolls. So if you guys know that you want to add one of these to your collection or you have something specific, right, girly girl? If you have something that you want to add to your collection, whether it be a small spell jar or a piece of jewelry or a stone, I've got a really cool gemologist that I'm working with up the way. Oh, God. Not that it would break off, but I just can't. Up the way, who is currently in, I believe, Arizona, out getting things on their own and digging and getting cool stuff. So if there's something that you're wanting to have, let me know. I like to get it right out of the ground myself or know the person who plucked it from Mother Earth herself. And then We add it to our collection, don't we? Yes, we do. Anyway, I can't. You guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a really great Sunday night and a wonderful Monday morning. And don't forget, join me tomorrow morning for our meditation. Just a real quick hop on here on the social media, just like right now. I'm going to do my best to catch you at 9:10 in the morning. So, yeah. Will you do live shows, two things, and buy live? Absolutely. You guys, I typically like to do that on the 11th. I should maybe start that back up again for this new year, where the 11th, I usually just do crystals, but maybe I'll just do all the things that I have for sale before I put them up on my website. So let's do that. We'll plan on that for the 11th, right? Okay. Okay, guys. All right. I will talk to you later. And you guys, again, paranormalsarah.com if you have any questions. Until then, bye bye.